It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Hey, good morning and welcome to Travel and Cruise Industry News. As you can tell, I'm still having some voice problems and put together somewhat of a show this morning. I had to do it in little stitches, like a sentence at a time, but hopefully you'll get the gist of what I was trying to say. So anyway, we do have a show. Today is Wednesday, August the 28th, brought to you by MSC Cruises and Will US, the owner of Scootaround. The headlines this morning, which we'll get to: 4 cruise passengers arrested, new paint for Splendor, Pride of America cancellations, Ketchikan Landslide, Carnival cancels cruises, Carnival Vista cancels cruise, Typhoon ShanShan, and the Pacific Basin weather, all and lots more here at 11 o'clock this morning. Today is National Rainbow Bridge Remembrance Day, to honor all of our fur babies that we've lost, like Max the dog and Brat the cat and others. Just think about them today. If you're listening via the podcast, sorry about the last several days that I haven't been able to get broadcasts up. I'm suffering through a case of double pneumonia. Got to call into the doctor, who may call back during the show, who knows. But I got to call into him this morning, so because they had got results back of more testing. Should have come in during the night last night. Anyway, if you're listening via the podcast, you can always access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Just search for Travel Cruise Industry News, and up pops the Fat Travel Guy. All right, I'll be back with today's news stories after a quick break from one of our fine network sponsors. The first story today comes out of Miami, folks.
4 passengers were arrested when they got off a ship in Miami. Put a little sour note on their cruise. They were arrested for using fraudulent credit cards to play big at the ship's Vegas-style casino. In custody, Michael Emanuel, 35, and Tyresha Delgado, 38, of Boston, Devin Jones, 28, and Quentin Tuck, 32, of Beaumont, Texas, now face a slew of charges in Miami, including grand theft and running an organized fraud scheme. According to arrest reports, during a cruise aboard MSC Magnifica, which departed from Miami on August 19th, the suspects allegedly tried to cash out large sums of money by paying with fraudulent credit cards. Carnival Splendor has completed her nearly 3-week dry dock in Singapore, and she's sailing not only refreshed and refurbished, but with a whole new look. As the ship has left the shipyard, she revealed her paint job, the new color scheme, first debuted back in 2021, same that all the ships have now. It isn't just the colors that have been added to the Splendor. As she sailed out of dry dock, the ship revealed a new and one-of-a-kind feature on her midship hull, a stylized swoop with stars, an interpretation of the Southern Cross. The Southern Cross is an iconic constellation in the southern sky, located at the southern end of the visible portion of the Milky Way. 5 bright stars from the cross pattern, which have been instrumental in guiding Australian sailors for centuries.
We have the equipment you need to stay mobile. Whether you need a wheelchair, scooter, power chair, rollator, oxygen, or other pieces of mobility equipment, Scoot-Around, powered by Will, can help. Once you've booked your rental, we can deliver it to wherever you need. For your mobility needs, contact me or call Scoot-Around at 888-441-7575. Use SRN 11137 for the best rates.
4 Pride of America cruises scheduled for May 2025 have been canceled by Norwegian Cruise Line due to a dry dock. The affected cruises set to sail between May 3rd and May 24th, 2025, featured 7-night round-trip itineraries from Honolulu. The 3rd Avenue landslide in Ketchikan, Alaska, struck a densely populated neighborhood just after 4 p.m. Sunday. One person was confirmed dead, 42-year-old Sean Griffith, a city public works employee who was in the area cleaning stormwater drains on his day off. Our thoughts go out to Mr. Griffin, his family, and friends. More Azipod issues. Carnival Vista's mechanical woes continue to disrupt travel plans as Carnival Cruise Line has canceled its September 7th voyage from Port Canaveral due to unresolved speed issues. After a delayed start to its current round trip, Carnival Vista arrived at its first call in the Dominican Republic without issue. However, trouble affecting the ship's speed returned, forcing the ship to reduce times in its calls at Puerto Rico, St. Martin, and U.S. Virgin Islands in an effort to return to Florida by September 1st. As Typhoon ShanShan advances toward Japan's southwestern islands, the Japan Meteorological Agency issued warnings about severe weather conditions poised to strike the region. Guests aboard the Celebrity Millennium have found their itinerary altered. Calls in Kagoshima and Shimizu in southern Japan have been canceled, and a call has been added to Hakodate tomorrow. In our weather, in the Pacific Basin, Hurricane Hone continues westward with little change in strength. Hurricane Gilmer's weakening trend eases, still expected to become a remnant low as it nears Hawaii, and Hurricane Hector forecast to weaken as it moves west-northwestward.
Why not join me on the MSC Grandiosa cruise from Port Canaveral, Florida on February the 14th, 2026. It's 8 days and 7 nights with stops in Nassau, Ocean Key Marine Reserve, and Puerto Plata. The nice thing about this cruise, it'll be my first chance to be on the Grandiosa, that's one thing, but it's also has excellent pricing. Our prices start at $588 per person, including taxes and port charges. Solo prices start at $738, or if you're solo, the package with drinks and Wi-Fi is only $1,052, including taxes and port charges. Dynamite prices on the MSC Grandiosa sailing February 14th, 2026 from Port Canaveral. Call me 434-258-9264, and we'll see you on the Grandiosa.
All right, I'm going to go over to the chat room and see if there's any questions. I'm probably not staying long, folks. I'll slide through it quickly. See who's here. Mike, Todd, Hot Air Tom, Mike. Thank you, Hot Air Tom. Steve's with us, Plan's with us, Roger's here from Jacksonville, Cindy's here, Bob's with us. Good morning, Bob. Why are there 2 H storms in the Pacific? Actually, it's 3. Did it show 3? They're all 3 were hurricanes at least, and they're H storms, hurricanes, instead of typhoons because they started off the coast of Mexico. They weren't created in the Central Pacific and East. So, Kenneth's with us. Hey, Kenneth. All right, guys. Hopefully, I'll get better by tomorrow and be able to do a little more lively show. Anyway, H name storm. Yeah, Hector. I don't know. I can't think that far. Sorry, Tom. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today. Again, hopefully I'll hear from the doctor soon on what else they can do. Because quite frankly, I'm not much better. Yeah, I didn't cough as through this, which was surprising because I've been coughing like crazy. But I didn't for the last little bit. You can tell I've got my oxygen on. Well, I was just sitting here to do the intro on the show, I started gasping for air again. All right, that's it for today, guys. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Think about cruising. And hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. See everybody tomorrow.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, chilly chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chilliescruises.